From the article, The Uses of the Erotic, Lorde explains the erotic as a resource within each of us that lies in a deeply female and spiritual plane, firmly rooted in the power of our unexpressed or unrecognized feeling. To me, this just was a way of saying the erotic is a source of power that can be found within all females. And it can be explored through having a connect with your spirit. So a type of feeling, a type of sensation that one must explore or one must be in tune with. She then goes on to express the many ways in which women have been taught to suppress this power and to avoid the exploration of their own erotic. I think this is somewhat typical of Western society, as women have historically been denied equal access to power. And the way that Lorde explains the erotic, it's coming from a place that presents this as a source of power. So I think that that's very typical of Western society to sort of brainwash women into avoiding the exploration of any sources of power. So that was interesting to me that she compared it in that way. This is even especially true for non-Western societies, whose societies are built on male dominance and the oppression of women. I just, from this class and from a couple other women's studies classes, the gender inequality in other countries, especially those who aren't considered the Western world, are far greater than they are over here. I just think that male dominance has a pattern of these same sources of power being denied to women, almost in a way that's systematic, because you're not being explicitly told you don't have any power, but you're being raised and taught to avoid exploring sexuality outside of a marriage, in a marriage with a man. And with that means avoiding lesbianism or any form of homosexuality. Lorde explains that the concept of being in tune with one's sexual depth and feeling, especially when one is a woman, is a form of social control used to suppress this internal power. Sex, sexuality, or the erotic, as it is called in the article, has been showcased as belonging to a man, and women are only involved for the satisfaction of the man. I feel like women of my generation are somewhat more in tune with the erotic than women in previous generations. It's now more socially acceptable to choose to explore one's own sexual depth and feeling. However, I still believe society, especially in America, is deeply rooted in its patriarchal views, and this places shame on those that differ from what is expected.